What's going on, guys? Big Turkey on Wheat here. Today I'm going to bring you a play that you can use in the red zone inside the 10-yard line to get yourself some easy scores. And it's pretty unique. It's got to do with the route that we get out of our tight end on our trips tight end formation. And the play is the Pat's Y post. And it's a very unique route, and you'll find this in actually other formations as well. So you can kind of give people multiple different looks and be able to run the same type of play. And what happens is that we get a very unique route when he gets up to the top and breaks it off in the back of the end zone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you. We'll look at like a cover two defense first because a lot of people are running cover two inside the red zone, and let's move the ball. Let's respot the ball, and we'll do it on the 5-yard line. And a lot of people are going to run cover two, and they'll try to drop their players, and maybe they'll cover, they can cover whoever really they want to. What we like to do is I like to run circle as if we're going to try to run underneath the route and run triangle on a hitch, kind of like that. And then run square on another hitch in the back of the end zone. And as you can see, the way X's route runs, we're going to try to hit them in the gap in between kind of circle and square when they're coming around the backside. And we're hoping that the triangle holds down the linebacker. That's what we're looking for. So let's run the play here. And sometimes you have to high point it, sometimes you don't. But you see how the gap opens wide up with an easy score. Now, as you probably would know, a user is going to be floating around there somewhere. And that's what the triangle's for. That's what the circle route's for, to try to get them underneath here. We can also throw like a running back out right here, because if they don't use either one of those routes, you're going to be able to get that underneath the defense relatively easily. So, well, I'll throw it the wrong button. The circle or the R1 out the backfield should be really, you'd want to go R1 in this scenario, but the R1 should be pretty open in the backfield, and you can kind of run it in and get met at the goal line for a chance to score. So they're going to have to respect that, and if they don't, you'll be able to hit that as well. Go back to our play. What you have to be careful of is the high point play. If you don't have a very good tight end or a very good quarterback, can kind of get, you see how it drifts them out the back of the end zone? That's really because of the quarterback's throw accuracy. So the better quarterback you have, the more options you do have. And if you have, if they're running something that they got it covered, you may want to just try to high point that ball and take your chances. And you'll catch some of them. A lot of times you'll get the animation where he jumps up and the guy kind of grabs him and carries him down, and it ends up being a score. So the other thing I want to show you this out of is versus... we'll show it to you versus cover three. Let's just get back to the play. Now, I like to run this out of the trips tight end because that's what kind of my ebook is out of. But you can apply this to multiple other formations that have this kind of route in them. Get the play set back up, and you can block R1, or you can kind of do whatever you want with them, but it'll still be there. They'll come across the backside. And again, Dak is kind of inaccurate with his... throwing accuracy. But you can kind of see what we're trying to do here. Now my lineman's going to... So in cover three, you have to wait a little bit longer. It's still open. You can still high point that ball. Sometimes what I'll do in cover three, and it doesn't really make a difference which one you hitch, you can kind of do something like that as well in cover three, and it'll hold that linebacker down just a little bit longer. But you see how 20 was open? for some reason he kind of drifts a lot more when I do it with circle. So that's why I like to do it with triangle in the slot. I feel like that version there is more open. You know, with it being a bull pass, it's going to be hard to switch off and try to user that. The slant should be more open with it being cover 3. That linebacker should really take a step to the left, which he doesn't, obviously. But again, we have it going across the back of the end. So that's what it looks like going versus cover 3. And we're really focused on that tight end route. And we can still run our bubble screen in different offensive plays to be able to get down here in the red zone. So then what we'll show you is this versus man. And this is a lot tighter of a throw versus man coverage. But you got to remember that you're going to have your bubble route versus man coverage as well. And they're going to have to respect that because that's going to dominate the man coverage right now. So we'll show you Pat's Y post again. And we'll run cover 1 robber press, which is what a lot of people running right now. Obviously, the slant's going to be, get some separation there. But our main focus is to try to see X. And you see how he's got that backside. He's covered on that one. You don't want to throw that. I can try to high point it if you got maybe matchup nightmare and you got a better matchup. Obviously, we hope he's not running, dollar defense. And I am positioning the corners for some inside coverage. So, because I want to simulate as much as I can the game situation. And again, he kind of covers them towards the inside. That's it with a high point. You can kind of see the way the defender reacts to the high point. That's just old. That's been in Madden for the last couple years. You just get them really poor reactions. But we're pressing down, shading to the inside so that we get a good look at it. Again, he'll come across, and Dak throws a terrible pass. So you can see what that looks like versus man. And you may not want to run that play versus man coverage. You may want to eat that pass. This is more of a zone play. But obviously, if they come out in man coverage, and I have this in a few videos now, I'll show you what the bubble screen that we want to run is out of man coverage. And once you start being able to run that bubble screen in man coverage, they're going to have to commit so much to that your running plays are going to be wide open. Your whole right side of the field is going to be basically wide open. And I can come out in RPO, zone alert bubble. And you're just going to run this way. And you can see it looks like this should be covered, but that slot corner, as in other videos, he's just going to stand still. He's just going to stand there and watch. He's not going to move. The only time he really moves is if he's got the 1 step ahead. And if he does have that 1 step ahead, you're going to have to just be careful. Make sure he doesn't take a step down. If he doesn't take a step down, you're fine. He takes his first step down, hand it ball off, and just running up the middle. The other thing that we can do out of when he's running the man defense is to run the counter to the right side. Now, obviously, he would need to be in dollar. But if he's in dollar, we can run this HB counter. And this opens up on the right side. And you can see why. Obviously, with it running the man line, he's pretty weak to the right side. Try it one more time, see if we can get a little bit better blocking. And that's what we're trying to do. I mean, that's a gain of 3 yards. Literally, if you run twice, it's a touchdown. So you're probably one tackle away from getting in. But you can see it's pretty open over there. And that's what I probably would run. That's what I try to run between that and the bubble screen on the man-to-man defense side of it. So, all right, guys, that's it for the video today. I'm going to bring you a couple more. Obviously, each day I've been trying to do these. Appreciate all the support. If you can, please like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. I'm trying to just grow this channel and trying to get it out there more. I'm having a lot of fun with Madden, and I hope you guys are too. Thanks a lot, man. Bye.